All right, so it's time for the ATS 3-piece angled T4 versus the Steed 1-piece angled T4 shootout. This truck does 756 horsepower per our last dyno results. So to make this fair for both brands, we're gonna do back-to-back same-day testing with proper cooldowns. So on the truck right now, we have an ATS 3-piece angled T4 on a 468 87 90 T4. Truck makes 756 according to the last numbers, but to be fair for the Steed Speed, we're gonna do same-day results. So I'm gonna go run it probably 2 times with equal cooldowns. We'll show you guys the numbers, and then we're gonna take the ATS off, and we're gonna put on the Steed Speed. So let's do this. Essentially what I'm doing here is I'm doing cylinder head temperature. I'm going to allow this to cool down. This is at 170 degrees all the way across the board. Actually, it's 186 right here, 170, 170, 170. Okay. Freeze plug temp in the back. Yikes, that's hot. 221 in the back. We need to let this cool down. We are 190 up front, 203 up front. Okay, so for us to be fair about this, we need to let this truck cool down at least 170 on the short block side of things. So essentially I just did the temperature reading on the freeze plug on the side of the block, and I'm getting 225 degrees. That's really hot. Now remember, I just beat the falls off of this. So for us to be fair, to give ATS a proper shot, we're gonna do another run. First run out of the day, 756, 1383. So I'm gonna let it cool down for probably 20 minutes, and then we're gonna do another run. We got 2 solid runs with proper cool down on an ATS 3-piece. Let's do it. Best number it's got right now, 756 horsepower, 1277 pounds of torque. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? We did Bruce Wayne's video, did 756. So I just did the same horsepower number, but we did 1383 minus 1270, essentially 110 more foot-pounds of torque. I don't know why, but we're gonna run it again and see. But the ATS manifold, best number right now is 756, 1383.9. Let's do run 2, and let's do this swap. All right, guys, so we're back. As you can see, I'm shooting thermal right now on the middle freeze plug. We're 160 degrees. We're 140-ish. You can kind of see about 180 right there. 180. Okay, so we're cooled down to about 180 degrees. Thermostat in this is 180, so this has had probably about 15-20 minutes of cool time. So we're gonna do run 2, since we just did run 1, did 756 horsepower, 1383 on torque, so essentially 1384 foot-pounds of torque. We're gonna do it again. See what the best number is on the ATS 3-speed manifold, or 3-piece manifold, before we put the Steed angled T4 on. Let's go. So there was run 2, proper 30-minute cool down. So we went down 2 horsepower and we went down 6 or 7 foot-pounds of torque. Is that a big deal? No, not really, but that's essentially maximum potential on this exhaust manifold. Nothing's changed on the truck. Now we're gonna throw in the Steed Speed and see what's different. Let's get into it. So we're removing the ATS manifold, cut the center section out, front section and turbocharger out. We're removing the manifold right now. The only thing that I highly dislike about the ATS manifold, you know, it's great, it's budget friendly, stuff like that, but I really like Felice's 7mm, you know, manifold studs. You can't use their manifold studs. You have to run it in with this Allen, right? So I just remove this, but you literally have to chop off, you know, this Allen. I'm not too fond of that, not hating on anything, just, you know, my dead honest opinion. I feel like that's kind of a bust, you know what I mean? Obviously the price, $300 difference for the guys that do, you know, have manifold studs and stuff like that. Allens are just not, they're just not the move, you know what I mean? So just my honest dead thoughts for you guys. I don't like the center section on a 3-piece manifold where you have to use the Allens. I don't think you can get them tight enough. I can get them tight enough with our little gangster Allen wrench right here. Just a real tight fit. I don't like that. So only negative effect that I have to say about the ATS 3-speed is that. So getting ready to throw the ATS on, or the Steed Speed on, and get you some numbers. We're almost done. On the ATS, the middle studs are kind of a pain in the ass and have to put an Allen on. Steed makes a nice angle. It's flat. Essentially, there's no angle at all. Excuse me. But it's flat, and you'll see here in just a sec. This is literally just gonna slide right on. Oh, hopefully I don't fall and eat shit. Oh. Okay. This should just slide right on every time. Oh, oh, oh. Yep. Steed Speed's on. Made a quick change. Only change that has happened. So, 756 and 1383 is the number to beat. Same day, nothing's changed other than the exhaust manifold. Same temperature, same index pressure, same humidity, altitude, air density, correction, everything's the same. Literally an hour difference. So, let's see what we can do. I'm guessing, I'm not gonna say shit. When I do that, I feel like I can get pissed. So anyway, see what we can do. We'll see you on the flip side. All right, well, there's run one on the Steed. Significant torque increase and significant horsepower increase. So we went from 756.1 horsepower and 1383 is the best torque on an ATS 3-piece T4. And then the first run on a Steed Speed was 788 horsepower and 1,509 foot-pounds of torque. That's our first run, straight out of the gate. The only thing changing is the manifolds. You can see I'm a little excited because I didn't really expect to gain 125 foot-pounds of torque just off the fucking manifold. So, is that a significant change in my opinion? Yes, the 125 foot-pounds of torque is a lot. That's a hard number to get. Sometimes for some guys that are in a truck like this, 125 foot-pounds of torque is a lot. 30 horsepower, actually, let's see, let me do the math really quick. So let's do 788. We're gonna do 788 minus 756. It's a 32 horsepower increase right there. So we'll run 2, make more horsepower. Find out in 20 minutes when we let the truck cool down. But that's a big change. Is it a $300 change in my opinion? Honestly, yes. I think it's a great investment to spend another $300 because that's a good result. That's 30 horsepower and 125 foot-pounds of torque just off of a manifold. That's pretty cool. So, we'll get back into it. We'll do run 2. We'll go from there. There's your numbers. ATS 3-piece T4 manifold. Best numbers, 756 horsepower, 1383 on torque. Best numbers from a Steed Speed angled T4. 788, 1509 on torque. Our second run, we went down a little bit, truck had probably 15, 20 minutes to cool down within 5 minutes of the other ATS. So the increase is there. The manifold does make a big change. It makes a 30 horsepower change and 125 foot-pounds on torque. So for all you guys out there that are budgeting your builds, is the $300 extra on a Steed Speed? I think retail price on a Steed is anywhere from $800 to $900. Pretty hard to find nowadays. Lots of long wait times. Good product from Steed, that's why the wait time is there. Is the $300, $200 to $300 markup over an ATS three-piece, excuse me, manifold better? Is it doable? To me, yes. I would spend the extra money just because of those numbers we just got today. So we'll wrap this up. We'll show you the numbers. Other than that, good day of testing between the two manifolds. I hope you guys find this information very informative, straightforward. This was all done the same day. I'll show you on the dyno computer here that everything was done. ATS's best number, 756 horsepower, 1,383 foot-pounds. ATS run number 2, 754 horsepower, 1,375. So if you look, both runs, they went down just a little bit. Now there was an hour cool down between both of these. Or, well, between
this. Also see the times here.
Yes, the times.
About
date 11-1, date 11-1. So if you look, there's about an hour and a half difference between the swap out from the ATS to the Steed. Other than that, great numbers. 788, 1509 on torque. It's a pretty good number. What do you think? I thought it was badass.
I'd say it's worth it.
Yeah, I would. I mean, it's awesome. Temperature change, all within 1 degree of each other. Pressure, I mean, all within the same. Humidity, looks like there was another percentage on humidity. Obviously an hour difference, you're gonna see just a little bit of a change. That's why we wanted to do it as fast as possible for you guys. Other than that, great numbers. Hopefully you guys find this information very helpful for you guys when you decide to pick which manifold you are after. The Steed Speed has proven, again, that the numbers don't lie. 788, 1509 to 756, 1383. Real world results, same day testing. See you next time.